Hi everyone, it's Suzanne. Welcome to today's fun video. I am going to share with you some fun books I discovered because of St. Patrick's Day. I wanted to see what fun books were out there for St. Patrick's Day, and I discovered a few I'm going to share with you today. I'm going to start off with the books that I love, and I'm happy that I discovered. I would love to add to our personal library. I'm going to keep my eye out for those, be it online. They're quite a bit older, some of them, so I would have to find them by thrifting, or maybe I can order them online. But I'm going to share them with you today. They are from the library. I got a whole bunch from our public library and was doing research to find what would be the best books to share with you for St. Patrick's Day. Now, this is Great Irish Legends for Children. Give you a glimpse inside. Illustrations are fun and lovely, and I really love the tales, and I hadn't heard any of them before, so that was enjoyable. I also want to mention that this book, as well as one or two others in this pile, were donated to our library, our local library, by a society, and I'm just going to mention that. They are called the Gaelic Language Society of Halifax, which is fantastic. Thank you to that society. But the reason I'm mentioning it to you is because if your library doesn't happen to have these books, you can probably put in a suggestion and they will happily purchase them. And because they're such wonderful stories, it's definitely worth spreading them around. Okay, this is the first one, again, that I would love to add to our library, and you would probably enjoy this one as well. The next one that I'm absolutely in love with, I'm ordering this for sure. It was even available on Amazon, so definitely going to be picking this one up. And it was donated by the Gaelic Language Society as well to our local library. And this one is called Best Loved Celtic Fairy Tales. Best Loved Celtic Fairy Tales. And that is illustrated by Isabel Brent and retold by Neil Phillip. And we started in on this one already. It's gorgeous, and I love the stories. I want to show you the illustrations, and of course, none come up. Yeah, I am going to just put this down and find a couple. Yeah. Beautiful. Look at that. Yeah. And the stories are lovely as well. Yeah. Highly recommend this one. Again, Best Loved Celtic Fairy Tales. The next one, Vivian and I both enjoyed. And we haven't read the whole thing, but we enjoyed looking at the illustrations and enjoyed a couple of the stories. We looked at all the illustrations throughout the book and read a couple of the tales. And I would love to have this for our home library. I'd certainly add this to our daily reads at some point to get through the book. You can't sit down and read it all at once, of course. This is called Leprechauns, Legends, and Irish Tales. And this was by Ewan McGowan, and it's illustrated by Peter High. I am positive I did not say that properly, but I'm not sure how else to say it. Now, this was one that the copyright, it is quite a bit older. I'm just going to check that for you. Yeah, so the copyright on this is 1988, which means it's probably a book you want to try to find secondhand or in your library. And when I say secondhand, that could be from a local thrift store, or it can be by one of the booksellers online. But I'm going to try to get it in our library by next St. Patrick's Day for sure. The following one is W.B. Yeats' Fairy Tales of Ireland. And this is illustrated by P.J. Lynch. And we have not read any of these. And I didn't have time to read one, but I thought I would mention it to you anyway. And then you can look it up and make your own decisions on that. But now you know it's available and such a thing exists. The copyright on this one is 1990. Just read you one short little part. It's not the whole one. Fairy Tales of Ireland. To and fro we leap, and chase the frothy bubbles, while the world is full of troubles, and is anxious in its sleep. Come away, O human child, to the woods and waters wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. There's quite a few illustrations as well. It's quite the title. The Lazy Beauty and Her Aunts. If anybody's read this book, like, definitely leave a comment below. We'll definitely be reading this one over the next month, or parts of it, before we return it to the library. We have 3 weeks, so I'll see if it's of interest to us, and if so, then we'll try to pick it up somewhere, or we'll get it out of the library a second time. The remaining books I'm going to show you are fun little picture books that you would expect probably in this video, but I wanted to start off with the great discoveries that I made that felt a little out of the ordinary for me. It's fun to get fairy tales that are not your standard sort of North American ones we're all familiar with. Okay, the first book is The Story of the Leprechaun. And this was a cute little story. Vivi and I both enjoyed it. I would say it's definitely for little children though. So again, that is The Story of the Leprechaun. It was by Catherine Teagan, illustrated by Sally Ann Lambert. Another fun one for little kids is St. Patrick's Day. That's what it's called. And it was by Anne Rockwell. Pictures by Lizzie Rockwell. So it was a family affair. It was a cute little story. Again, this is for younger children. And this was fun, a little ditty. The Luckiest St. Patrick's Day Ever by Teddy Slater, illustrated by Ethan Long. And this was in verse all the way through. Rhyming verse. It was cute. The last one I'm going to show you is St. Patrick's Day Celebrations in My World. And this is one that I would probably get out of the library. I'm not sure I would buy this one. But the reason that I'm mentioning it to you is check out your library, because it had a little bit of everything throughout. And if you felt you were missing some pieces in your St. Patrick's knowledge, St. Patrick's Day knowledge, this book will definitely give it to you. Okay, yeah, so I learned a lot of Irish people make soda bread on St. Patrick's Day. That's one of the meals, and corned beef and Irish stew. Who knew? I'm sure many people, but I didn't. So this is a great little one. All right, those are all the books that I have to share with you today. I hope that was as fun for you as it was for me. And there's something in there that caught your interest that you want to check out for St. Patrick's Day. If there's a book you would recommend for St. Patrick's Day, especially a fairy tale full of beautiful illustrations, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to know. And I will see you soon with another bookish video.